Hello. So I'm a massive Star Trek fan, and in fact that model of Voyager that you saw at the beginning of this video was a model that I painted, and I've painted many more, and I've even actually designed my own starship when I was like 16 in 3D modelling software. But one thing I've always wanted, actually, is a Star Trek Combadge. Specifically, the Star Trek Voyager Combadge. And I even used to get little bits of cardboard as a child, cut them out, and use my modelling paints, but no longer, because I found the Quantum Mechanics Star Trek Voyager Combadge. So this costs about $20 or about £20 if you live in the UK, and you can buy it from anywhere, from Amazon, from eBay, from those sort of geek websites. And basically Quantum Mechanics, they sell loads and loads of sci-fi related kind of geekery, especially a whole host of Star Trek things. On the front of the packaging here we can see it says for ages 14 plus, amazing magnetic clasp. It also says warning choking hazards, small parts, don't give it to small children, which makes sense. On the back it shows us how the magnetic clasp works, and then there's a little bit of text here which basically says that this is recreated from the original mould that was used to make the actual Combadges in Star Trek Generations, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and of course Star Trek Voyager. So this is as accurate as you can get, basically. But one crucial difference is that the one that was actually used in the TV programs and films, they were actually made of a resin, and this is actually made of metal. Right, I've got some scissors here. It's time to open the packaging. Okay, so I'm going to peel up the side like that, and I can see it in all its glory. Let's pull it out. So the first thing you'll notice is it is exceptionally shiny. The version used in the actual TV program, in my opinion, had a sort of much more matte silver colour, but it's a nice weight. You can tell it's made of metal. So I've laid it down flat so that we can get a sort of really crisp look at it. So I'll rotate it a bit so you can see it. I mean, really, if I could have held this as a child or owned this as a child, I'd have been absolutely amazed. I'd have never taken it off, in actual fact. But now I'm a little bit older than that. I'm slightly embarrassed about it, and I'll probably never wear this, to be honest, out of the house. On the back of it, which is obviously a side of the Combadge that we never saw in the TV programme, we've obviously got the magnet, and that is a very strong magnet. I'm already fingerprinting it up, aren't I? It's pretty bad. So let's compare this side by side to the Combadge worn by 7 of 9. Okay, so as I said before, this is obviously very shiny, whereas the version that 7 of 9 is wearing is not that shiny. Now the Star Trek insignia bit looks identical to the version she's wearing in terms of shape, but I do have to say, even though this is supposedly made from the original mould, this sort of outside square bit here is quite significantly different. Crucially, the biggest difference is this gap in the middle here. It does seem a lot thinner on that, and I don't think it's an optical illusion, because I've just had a look at some other pictures, and it's definitely thinner in the middle. So we can attach it by putting the magnet part, one side of the magnet behind the cloth, and it is actually very strong, I have to say. There's not a hope in hell that that's going to fall off. So I mean, in conclusion, to complete a Star Trek outfit, or just to wear as a brooch or something, or a badge, because I guess, unless you like Star Trek, you're not really going to recognise what this is, are you? For that purpose, this is perfect. It's a little bit of a shame that it's shiny when the original prop was quite matte, and it's a little bit of a shame that there are sort of very small details that differ slightly from the original prop, but all in all, for 20 quid, certainly my younger self would have absolutely loved to own this little piece of Star Trek. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, live long and prosper.